I'm sure you've heard the news. Low fat is supposed to be the healthy choice for diabetics. It's a message that's been drilled into us for decades, from magazine covers to TV commercials, and even from well-meaning friends and family. You walk down any grocery store aisle and you'll see shelves lined with products boasting low-fat or fat-free labels, promising to help you manage your weight, your cholesterol, and especially your blood sugar. But is this really the best advice for people living with diabetes? Or is it just another nutrition myth that's been repeated so often we've stopped questioning it? But what if I told you those low-fat snacks could be working against you? Imagine this. You're trying to make the healthiest choice possible, so you reach for the low-fat granola bar, the fat-free yogurt, or the reduced-fat crackers. You feel good about your decision, thinking you're doing your body a favor. But what if, instead of helping your blood sugar, these foods are actually making it harder to manage? What if the very foods you've been told to trust are quietly sabotaging your efforts? Let's bust this myth right now. So, why do so many people believe low-fat foods are better for diabetes? The answer lies in decades of diet culture, public health campaigns, and food industry marketing. For years, we were told that fat was the villain behind heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. Doctors, nutritionists, and even government guidelines all echoed the same message: cut the fat and you'll be healthier. It seems simple, logical, and easy to follow. But as we've learned more about nutrition and how our bodies process food, it turns out the story is much more complicated. Back in the 90s, everyone thought fat was the enemy. Food companies took out the fat and stuffed in extra sugar and carbs instead. The low-fat craze swept the nation, and suddenly everything from cookies to salad dressings to frozen dinners was being reformulated to remove fat. But here's the catch. When you take out fat, you lose a lot of flavor and texture. To make up for it, manufacturers started adding more sugar, more refined starches, and more artificial ingredients. The result? Foods that were lower in fat but often much higher in sugar and simple carbs, the very things that can wreak havoc on blood sugar levels. Guess what? That's a recipe for blood sugar chaos. When you eat foods that are high in sugar and refined carbs, your blood sugar spikes quickly, then crashes just as fast. This roller coaster effect can leave you feeling tired, irritable, and craving even more sugar. For people with diabetes, these swings can be especially dangerous, making it harder to keep blood sugar in a healthy range and increasing the risk of complications over time. Here's the science. Fat actually helps slow down how quickly sugar hits your bloodstream. When you eat a meal that contains healthy fats, it takes longer for your stomach to empty and for carbohydrates to be digested. This means that the sugar from your food is released more gradually, leading to a slower, steadier rise in blood sugar. In other words, fat acts like a buffer, helping to prevent those sharp spikes and crashes that can make diabetes management so challenging. This is why nutritionists and diabetes educators now recommend including healthy fats as part of a balanced meal, rather than avoiding them altogether. But when you eat low-fat foods, they often have more sugar to make up for lost taste. Take a look at the nutrition label on your favorite low-fat yogurt or salad dressing. Chances are you'll see added sugars or corn syrup high on the ingredient list. These added sugars can quickly add up, especially if you're eating multiple low-fat products throughout the day. And because these foods are marketed as healthy, it's easy to overlook just how much sugar you're actually consuming. That means a bigger sugar spike, a bigger crash, and more cravings. It's a vicious cycle. You eat a low-fat, high-sugar snack, your blood sugar shoots up, then plummets, leaving you hungry and reaching for another quick fix. Over time, this pattern can lead to increased insulin resistance, weight gain, and even more difficulty managing your diabetes. It's no wonder so many people feel frustrated and stuck, despite their best efforts to eat right. Not exactly what you want if you're trying to keep things steady. Managing diabetes is all about balance, finding the right mix of nutrients to keep your blood sugar stable, your energy levels up, and your cravings in check. When you rely on low-fat, high-sugar foods, you're setting yourself up for a constant battle with your own body. It's exhausting, discouraging, and completely unnecessary. Healthy fats like those in nuts, avocados, and olive oil are not your enemy. In fact, they're your allies in the fight for better blood sugar control. These foods are rich in monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, which have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and support heart health. They also help you feel full and satisfied after a meal, making it easier to avoid mindless snacking and stick to your healthy eating plan. In fact, studies show full-fat dairy may lower your risk for type 2 diabetes compared to low-fat options. Research from large population studies has found that people who consume full-fat dairy products, like whole milk, cheese, and yogurt, tend to have a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes than those who stick to low-fat or fat-free versions. The reasons aren't entirely clear, but it may be because full-fat dairy is more satisfying, leading to less overeating, and because the fats in dairy may have unique benefits for metabolism and insulin function. So next time you see low-fat on the label, flip it over and check for added sugars. Don't be fooled by marketing claims or flashy packaging. Always read the ingredient list and nutrition facts. Look for hidden sugars, syrups, and starches that can quickly turn a healthy snack into a blood sugar bomb. Remember, just because something is low in fat doesn't mean it's good for you, especially if it's loaded with sugar or highly processed ingredients. Your best bet? Real, whole foods with healthy fats to keep you full, satisfied, and stable. Think about meals built around fresh vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and natural sources of fat like olive oil, nuts, seeds, and avocados. These foods provide a steady source of energy, help regulate your appetite, and support overall health. They're also delicious and satisfying, making it easier to stick with your healthy eating plan for the long haul. Ready to ditch the old diet myths? It's time to let go of outdated ideas about fat and embrace a more balanced, science-based approach to eating. Don't let fear of fat keep you from enjoying foods that can actually help you manage your diabetes and feel your best. Instead, focus on quality, choosing foods that are minimally processed, nutrient-dense, and naturally satisfying. You'll be amazed at how much better you feel when you stop chasing low-fat labels and start listening to your body's real needs. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss a myth-busting video like this one. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. Millions of people are rethinking what it means to eat healthy with diabetes, and together, we can break free from the myths that have held us back for too long. If you've ever felt confused or frustrated by conflicting nutrition advice, know that you're not alone and that there's a better way forward. Share your experiences, ask your questions, and let's keep learning together. Your health is worth it, and you deserve to feel empowered, informed, and in control. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.